Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with the toy room. So I have this video that went, I don't want to say viral, but I have this video that I did probably about 2 years ago when I first started getting into retro gaming and just game collecting. And I just posted my collection, and somehow that video has like 30,000 views or something crazy like that. And I was rewatching it and just kind of going through it and looking at how small my collection was and what it used to be to where it is now. So I thought that was pretty cool, and also rewatching it, I realized how bad the quality of the video was, because obviously this was 2 years ago, so the camera wasn't as nice and what have you. So I just wanted to kind of make an update to that video, and I'll have the original video at the end of this video where you can click on the screen, and it'll be in the link in the description below, as well as the pinned comment. But I just want to show my updated video game collection in full, so actually going through, and the camera is not focusing on my face, I just realized, there we go. So actually going through one by one and taking a look at every single game in my collection, every system in my collection, and accessories and whatever other stuff I have. So hopefully I'll try not to make this video too long. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at my current video game collection as of 2019. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Alright, so you guys should be familiar with this section here. If you've seen any of my tours, any of my previous videos, you should be familiar with this setup. But if you're new or just want a refresher, these are all my consoles here. Basically, this is the command center. I do have a few consoles back behind this thing that we'll take a look at later, and I also have some in boxes, but this is a majority of the stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So coming right over here, we have the Xbox One X with the original Xbox One. This was a launch day 1 2013 edition of the Xbox One. Then we have my Nintendo Switch and the PS4 Pro Spider-Man limited edition right there. The fat PS3, the fat PS2, the regular Wii, the Wii Mini, the GameCube, which I've completely pimped out with the Game Boy player, and then let's see if I can do this with one hand. There we go. So it's got the built-in screen, or not the built-in screen, but the screen accessory, so you can take this portably, which is pretty cool. Got the PS1 Classic, my DirecTV box. I also have my surround sound system. It's a Philips system. I don't know anything other than that because my brother gave it to me, but I know that it is pretty loud, so I really love this. Then we have my 64, and I know a lot of this is dusty. I didn't bother dusting before I did this video. Super Nintendo, 3DS, Super Nintendo Edition, Super Nintendo Classic, NES, NES Advantage, and the NES Classic. And then I have this Sega Genesis charging station, which basically you can plug things in, up to 4 USB devices into it and charge them. But I will be replacing this with the Sega Genesis Mini once that comes out in about a month. Then we have my controllers here, so just the basics: NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii, Switch, and then I have a wireless Wavebird for the PS2, and then Xbox One controllers and some other PS1 controllers and stuff tucked in there. And then that is pretty much it as far as this goes. Now, I have this set up, so I have this kind of in the middle of the room, and then I have this whole back wall filled with games and whatnot. So I do have to set up the light and everything so I can get you guys in there. But before we do, let me just hit the light on really quickly. I did pick up these games today at the thrift store. So NBA Live 03 complete with the soundtrack, which was awesome. Tony Hawk's Project 8 right there, and NBA 2K14. I didn't have a chance to actually set these up into the display yet, so that's why they are sitting here. I also forgot to mention that I have this whole drawer, which I can't even pull out all the way right now because I got this table and stuff blocking it, but I have this whole drawer filled with random controllers, cables, HDMI cords, USBs, you name it. This drawer is full of it, as you can see, so ton of stuff there. And then obviously I have my Final Fight arcade 1-up machine, as well as the Street Fighter machine back there, but we're gonna go from right to left, kind of just in the flow of the room. So let me set this up, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at all the games in my collection. Okay, so we are at the NES section. Now keep in mind, a lot of these games I have thrifted for like maybe it varies $1 to $3 per game. Not the current gen stuff and not any of the retro stuff here, but all the PS3, the 360, PS2, Xbox, GameCube. I thrifted a lot of that stuff. And if the camera's shaky or anything, bear with me because this is literally all the space that I'm dealing with right now. But coming back to the NES, let's go ahead and get started. So I have all of these alphabetized. So we're looking at Castlevania 2, Championship Bowling, Donkey Kong Classics, Duck Hunt, Family Feud, Gradius, Gyromite, Hogan's Alley, This is Jaleco Baseball right there, the one the tab's all ripped up. Jaws, Legacy of the Wizard, Metal Gear, Metroid, Pac-Man, Pinball, Rocket Racer, Silent Service, that is Solar Jetman, of course the original Mario with Duck Hunt, Mario 2, Mario 3, Tetris, and coming down here, the Incredible Crash Test Dummies, Tom and Jerry, Touchdown Fever, Wayne Gretzky's Hockey, The Legend of Zelda. So that is it, and that's the gold cartridge of Zelda. That's it for my NES collection. So now moving on to Super Nintendo, my favorite system of all time. We have Arrow the Acrobat, Bugs Bunny's Rabbit Rampage, and man, these labels are small. Buster Bust Loose, Disney's Aladdin, Donkey Kong Country 1 and Donkey Kong Country 3, Earth Defense Force, Earthworm Jim, Killer Instinct, The Lion King, Madden 96, Mario Paint, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Monopoly, Mortal Kombat, NBA All-Star Challenge. And then moving back down here, we have NBA Jam Tournament Edition, NCAA Basketball and NCAA Football, Pilot Wings, Shaq Fu, Spider-Man the Arcade Series, Star Fox, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Championship Boxing, Super Mario Kart and Super Mario World, Super Scope, Super Pinball, Super Empire Strikes Back, Tetris 2, The Incredible Crash Test Dummies, The Jungle Book, Urban Strike, WWF Super WrestleMania, WWF WrestleMania the arcade game, and Yoshi's Island. So that is it for the Super Nintendo collection. So like I said, Super Nintendo is my favorite system of all time, but I don't actively go out of my way to purchase games unless it's something I really want. I just kind of get whatever I can find in the thrift stores. So now moving over to the Nintendo 64. Most of these are actually from my childhood collection, and you can see I do have the custom end labels on them. So we have 1080 Degree Snowboarding, BioFreaks, Bomberman 64, Diddy Kong Racing, Donkey Kong 64, F1 World Grand Prix, GoldenEye 007, Ken Griffey Jr.'s Slugfest, Mario Tennis, Mission Impossible, NBA Hang Time, NBA Live, NFL Blitz, NFL Quarterback Club 98, Perfect Dark, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium, Rugrats, what's that, Scavenger Hunt, Rugrats Scavenger Hunt, Rush, Extreme Racing, Shadow Man, Spider-Man, Star Fox 64, and then coming back down here, let's go ahead and angle that, and we have Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, Super Mario 64, Super Smash Bros. 64, Superman 64, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Turok, Wave Racer 64, Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey, and Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey 98, Mayhem, WCW NWO Revenge, WWF Warzone, Xena Princess Warrior, Yoshi's Story, and The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and the gold cartridge of Majora's Mask. And then I have these two random games for the Atari 2600, which is Circus Atari and Mario Bros. Wow, I am out of breath. Okay, so this is a continuation of my PS1 collection. The first half is over there. So let me just give you the second half of my PS1 collection, if I can kind of angle this to the point where I can read, which let's see if I can do. So we got Mission Impossible, Monopoly, Namco Museum, NASCAR 98, 99, and it's NASCAR 2000 that's in that second NASCAR 99 case. NASCAR Heat, NASCAR Racing, NBA in the Zone 2, NBA Shootout 97, NFL Blitz 2000, Pro Pinball, Soviet Strike, Spyro Year of the Dragon, and then some of these are unlabeled, so I'm actually not even sure what those are at the moment. But I do have Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider The Last Revelation, 007 Tomorrow Never Dies, Tycho RC Assault with a Battery, oh man, WCW Mayhem, WCW Nitro, and then this is moving on to the Dreamcast. I have NBA 2K and NBA 2K1 and the Dreamcast Browser 2.0. And then this is for PC, I have Backyard Basketball and Space Jam and a Star Wars Episode 1 game. Then some other unlabeled stuff. And then for the DS and 3DS, I have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, The Legend of Korra, Pokemon Heart Gold, and Pokemon Platinum. Okay, so that is it for this shelf right here. So we went from NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, some random Atari stuff, and then part 2 of my PS1 collection. Oh, I also have the legendary Starfy sealed right there for the DS. Now, coming back up here as I try and adjust myself without knocking anything over. Now, this is my Xbox One collection. None of this was thrifted for Xbox One or PS4, but PS3 and beyond is thrifted. So let's go ahead and get into it. So for Xbox One, we have Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Return to Arkham Collection, the BioShock Collection, Bully Scholarship Edition, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Grand Theft Auto 5, Halo the Master Chief Collection, LA Noire, NBA 2K19, Need for Speed Payback, PUBG, Battlegrounds, Rare Replay, Shenmue 1 and 2, Battlefront 1 and 2, Skyrim, The Division, Watch Dogs, and 2K18. Then moving on to the PS4, we have the Crash Insane Trilogy and the Crash Team Racing Nitro Refueled Collection. And then we have God of War 3 Remastered, God of War 4, Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 Remix, and the 2.8 Final Chapter. And then also Kingdom Hearts 3, 2K17, Spider-Man, Spyro Reignited Trilogy, Uncharted, the Nathan Drake Collection, Uncharted 4, Assassin's, oh, that's it for PS4. So now moving on to PS3, and I've thrifted all of these, or had them donated from a friend, but mostly all thrifted. Assassin's Creed 1, 2, 3, and 4, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Borderlands, Def Jam Icon. Then moving down here, we got Duke Nukem Forever, Fallout New Vegas, God of War Saga, Grand Theft Auto 5. And I have Grand Theft Auto 5 on every console except for PS4 because, again, I thrifted them and I love Grand Theft Auto 5, so I just picked them up because they're cheap. But moving on, we got Gran Turismo 5, Infamous 1 and 2, Journey Collector's Edition, Lair, Little Big Planet 1 and 2, Metal Gear Solid 4, Midnight Club Los Angeles Complete Edition, Motorstorm and Motorstorm Pacific Rift, I was going to say Drift, NBA 07, NBA 2K9, Need for Speed Shift, and Portal 2. Then moving on down here, let's just adjust the camera to make it easier for me. Ratchet and Clank All for One, Ratchet and Clank Collection, Ratchet and Clank A Crack in Time, Ratchet and Clank A Full Frontal Assault, oh my gosh, Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus, Red Dead Redemption, Resident Evil 5, Spider-Man The Shattered Dimension, The Orange Box, Uncharted 3, Arkham Origin, oh this is going into Xbox 360 now. Batman Arkham Origins, Batman Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham City Game of the Year Edition, Call of Duty Black Ops, Ghost Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Fallout New Vegas. And coming down here, we got Far Cry 3, Gears of War 2, Grand Theft Auto 4, Halo 3, LA Noire, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Minecraft, NBA Live 06, 08, NBA 2K8, 11, 12, 13, Portal 2, Red Dead Redemption, Saints Row 2, Shift 2 Unleashed Limited Edition, and Skate 3. And then I also have these Xbox Magazine like demo discs for November 07, March of 08, September of 08, and May of 08 as well. So we got that right there. Oh boy, okay, so that was Xbox One, PS4, PS3, 360. So that was that right there. Then moving on over here, and man, it is starting to get hot in here. This was a stupid idea when I made my original video, and it's even stupider now because of the amount of games in my collection. But I gotta do what I gotta do. So up here I just have some random big box stuff that couldn't fit anywhere else. So they're in no particular order, but we have Crash the Insane Trilogy for the Switch, NBA 2K18 Legend Edition, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Maker for the Wii U, and Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, and 2K18 Legend Edition for the Xbox One as well. Now you're probably wondering why I have two Legend Editions. This I bought day one, and this I bought on clearance for Target for like $5. So that is why. So let me just show off really quickly. I'm not going to go through each one, but my movie collection at the moment. So you can see all of this right here. And then coming down here, go through that. You can pause to see specific things if you want. I'm just going to kind of run through it real quickly because we're not here for movies. And I'm hot and I'm sweating. So we got that. And then we got these. Let me angle this to make it easier for you guys to see right there. And then that continues on over here. Go through there. Brand new 4K versions of Toy Story. And then that leads me to the GameCube collection. So, moving on here, we have Def Jam Vendetta, I forget, this is Bomberman in here, and I forget what that is in that case right there, but we got Metroid Prime, NBA Live 03, NBA Live 06, NBA Street 2 and 3, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, Need for Speed Underground 2, NFL Street 2, still one of my favorite games of all time. Nicktoons Unite, I believe that is Star Fox Adventures in that case right there, Soul Calibur 2, Star Wars Rogue Leader, Rogue Squadron, Mario Sunshine, Smash, Tony Hawk Underground 2, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, Beautiful Joe 2. Again, I don't know what's in these unmarked cases, and I'm not going to go through the trouble of opening them. But moving on, we have Wave Race Blue Storm, X-Men Next Dimension, The Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. And then moving into the Wii, we have Animal Crossing City Folk, Cabela Dangerous Hunt 2011 Special Edition, Geometry Wars Galaxy, New Super Mario Brothers, Mario Kart, Monopoly, Obscure, Need for Speed Pro Street, Smash, Wii Fit, Wii Play, Wii Sports, Twilight Princess, and then Wii U, I have Star Fox Zero with Star Fox Guard and Zombie U. And then moving on to the beginning of the PS1 collection, you can see here we have Asteroids, Casper, Chrono Cross, which is sealed, Cool Borders, Crash Bandicoot Warped, Crash Team Racing, Cubic, Stave Mirror Freestyle, Driver, FIFA 99, Final Fantasy Anthology, which is sealed, Final Fantasy, I can't even see, come on camera, what is this, Final Fantasy Chronicles, which is sealed, that's Final Fantasy 7, that's Final Fantasy 8, Frogger 2, Gran Turismo 1 and 2, Jet Moto, and Men in Black. So that is it for the GameCube, Wii, Wii U, and PS1 collection. I do have a bunch of loose discs here from a bunch of different systems, but like I said, I'm not going through all of that. So now we move over to this section, which I gotta arrange the lights and everything and take a quick breather, so let me go ahead and do that, and I'll catch up with you guys in a second. So you can see I have the Street Fighter Arcade 1-up right there, and I have a couple other systems here. So we have the PS1, not to be confused with the PS1, but this is the PS1, if you know, you know. Sega Dreamcast, Sega Genesis Model 1, a couple handhelds that are always dusty, Sega Genesis Portable, made by AT Games, and a PSP 1000. Then I have the collector's edition of Sonic Mania, and then the Sonic Mania physical edition for the Switch, and then Shaq Fu and Toy Story for the Genesis, and then there is the case for Sonic Mania, one of my cases at least, and then I have NHL 94, NBA Showdown 94, and I think this is Madden 94, and Street Fighter 2 for the Genesis, all boxed and everything, Sonic 3, and this is Soap. So if you guys are long subscribers to the channel, you may remember this. If not, just go ahead and look up on YouTube Sonic the Hedgehog Soap, and just look for my channel and you'll see what that's all about. It's actually a really cool present that somebody gave me. Then up here we have the PS1, not to be confused with the PS1, as I was saying before. And then I have these PS1 coasters, which are pretty cool, which aren't actually games, but it's kind of related. And then I have the box for the PS1 Classic Edition right there. And then coming down here to the handhelds, you can see a bunch of Game Boy Colors, SPs, Advance, bunch of different stuff right there. The Shell Exchange I did on that Venusaur one right there, Superboy, and then I have all the Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon games, and I have Super Metroid back there, and then I have some Game Boy Advance games right there, which are kind of hard to get to. And then down here I have a couple Xbox 360s. I got a white and black one, the original Xbox. I got an Xbox 360 Slim back there. I got a sealed Xbox One Slim controller. And then I'm going to do the Switch games in this section, and I'm going to go to the other side for this spinner here just to make everything a little bit easier. But coming to the Switch, if camera will focus, we have Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Mario Tennis Aces, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2, NBA 2K18 Legend Edition, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Shaq Fu A Legend Reborn, Rocket League Collector's Edition, Resident Evil Revelations Collection, Mario Odyssey, Sonic Mania. This was a custom case that I had made before the physical one was released. Splatoon 2, Starlink, Street Fighter 30th Anniversary, Super Bomberman R, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Ultra Street Fighter, 2, The Final Challengers, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now let me just adjust this to make it easier to get in here. And now moving on to the PSP games. So we got Dynasty Warriors, Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories, MLB 06 The Show, NBA 07, NBA Live 06, NBA Live 07 and 8, NFL Street 2 Unleashed, NFL Street 3, SNK Arcade Classics, and then taking a look at some of the movies that I have. We have Click, Fantastic Four, Longest Yard, Ghost Rider, Hitch, and I think that's the Dukes of Hazzard, I'm pretty sure. So now let me move to the other side so we can take a look at the final set of games, and that is all thrifted games, which still blows my mind. Let's go ahead and go over there. Okay, if you hear any kind of like background noise, I've had the fan on this whole time because it's very hot in here, but right now I'm kind of like directly under the fan, so I apologize for that. But moving on to my original Xbox collection, we have 007 Everything or Nothing, 007 Agent Under Fire, Advent Rising, Blinks Burnout 3 Takedown, Call of Duty Finest Hour, Crimson Skies, Dead or Alive 3, Def Jam Fights for New York, Far Cry Instincts, FIFA Street, Forza 1, Halo 1 and 2, Hitman, which one is this? I can't see. Contracts, Legends of Wrestling, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Max Payne, Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix, Midway Arcade Treasures 2, Mortal Kombat Deception, NASCAR Thunder 2002, NBA 2K2, 2K4, 2K5, 2K7, NBA Ballers, NBA Live 02, 04, 05, 06, Need for Speed Carbon, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, Need for Speed Most Wanted, and Underground 2, Prince of Persia Sands of Times, Project Gotham Racing 1 and 2, Sega GT 02, SNK vs. Capcom, SVC Chaos, Sonic Mega Collection, Soul Calibur 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Star Wars Episode 3, Star Wars Republic Commando, Star Wars Starfighter Special Edition, Tetris Worlds, The Incredibles, True Crime Streets of LA, Reckless, The Yakuza Missions, WrestleMania 21, and X-Men Legends. So that is my original Xbox collection. Let's go ahead and spin this around. Oh, I also have this game here randomly. I can't even see what that is. Something of the Pacific. Heroes of the Pacific? Yeah, Heroes of the Pacific. So let's turn. Okay, so now we have the first half of my PS2 collection, and I will tell you, as you can see, you'll see here in a second, PS2 has to be the most common game that you'll find in the thrift store, and all of this is thrifted, so let's get into it. 50 Cent's Bulletproof, Airblade, Avatar, The Burning Earth, Blitz, The League, Call of Duty 3, Cars, Corvette, Crash Tag Team Racing, Crash Wrath of the Cortex, Dead to Rights, Devil May Cry 2, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1 and Budokai 3, Eco the Dolphin, The Defender of the Future, Enter the Matrix, The Fairly Odd Parents Breaking the Rules, Final Fantasy X1 and X2, Ghost Rider, God of War 1 and 2, GoldenEye Rogue Agent, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and Liberty City Stories, Gran Turismo 3. Now this is the version that came with the PS2 bundled in, the not for resale version, the regular Black Label version, and the Greatest Hits version. I love Gran Turismo 3, one of my favorite games of all time. Gran Turismo 4, Hot Wheels Stunt Track Challenge, Jak and Daxter 1, 2, and 3, Jak X Combat Racing, Juiced Kinetica, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, Kingdom Heart Rechain of Memories, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, Micro Machines V4, Midnight Club 1, 2, and 3 Dub Edition Remix, Midway Arcade Treasures 1, MX Unleashed, ESPN, or NBA 2K5 as it was later known, 2K5, 2K7, and is that 2K8 I believe that is. Now we gotta spin this thing around and get to the final set of games. Okay, final set of games. NBA Ballers, NBA Live 06, 07, 09, NBA Shootout 01, NBA Street 1, 2, and 3, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, Need for Speed Underground, NFL Street 1, Outlaw Tennis, Prince of Persia Sands of Time, Ratchet & Clank, the original, Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal, Resident Evil Code Veronica X, Ridge Racer 5, Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights, Simpsons Hit and Run and Road Rage, Sly Cooper 1 and 2, Sonic Mega Collection Plus, Soul Calibur 2, Spider-Man 1 and 2, Splinter Cell Double Agent and Pandora Tomorrow, Spy Hunter 1 and 2, SSX 1 and SSX Tricky, Street Hoops, Supercar Street Challenge, Tarzan Untamed, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, The Mutant Nightmare, Tekken 4, Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, The Godfather, Time Splitters, oh that's the original Time Splitters, Tokyo Extreme Racer 0, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. That is not Tony Hawk Project 8. It's the case for it, but there was a different game in the case. I can't remember what it is. Tony Hawk Underground, True Crime New York City, Twisted Metal Black, Virtua Fighter 4, and then WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 07, 08, 09, 2010, and 2011. So that is the PS2 collection. 2 collection part 1 and 2, and the original Xbox collection. Oh man, alright you guys, I am out of breath, sweating like crazy. That was insane. That was my video game collection. That is roughly 700 and something games, over 30 consoles, handhelds, arcade machines, yeah, just a whole bunch of stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys go and check my original video if you haven't, so you can see where the collection, where the setup, and just where the channel has kind of gone in 2 years, and you can just see the difference. But I hope you guys check that out. That will be on the screen for you to click in any second, and you can also check the description down below for that as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here, guys. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more, and as always, I'll see you guys next time.